Well, Shelley, I was down at the border traveling with these agents who tell me that their ethnicity doesn't matter when they're doing their job.
When I was little, I wanted to be a cop. As I grew up, I started gearing towards engineering, but once I was in college, I chose this route.
As a child, FIDEL BACA knew he wanted to go into law enforcement, but he didn't necessarily know it would be as a Border Patrol agent.
At first, I was kind of nervous about what my dad would say in specific, and he didn't say, oh, he was fine with it. No, he didn't say anything at all. So I was pretty happy about that.
According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, more than half of Border Patrol agents are Latino, BACA being one of them.
I am, just like you said, Latino, Hispanic descent. Both my parents are immigrants. Both of them are now naturalized U.S. citizens. My oldest sibling, she went to school in Mexico, and she's also a naturalized U.S. citizen. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're a law enforcement agency.
Border Patrol agents I spoke to both on and off camera say for them this is a job, a career, and their ethnicity shouldn't play a part in this.
I didn't take this job because of a race, because of my culture. I took this job because I have an interest in protecting peoples and protecting my country.
For agents, it doesn't matter if the person crossing the border is Mexican, Russian, Scandinavian, or anything else. They have to enforce the law.
A lot of people will tell us that, poor people, you're putting poor people in jail, you're destroying their dreams. Well, I took an oath.
Some believe that Latinos tend to fill more of these jobs because opportunities in border areas are limited.
Border Patrol is an agency that heavily recruits our communities, particularly communities of color, because they are high-paying jobs.
Border Patrol agents make anywhere from $38,000 to $120,000 per year. In order for an agent to graduate from the academy, they are required to take Spanish courses. Doña Ana County Representative Angelica Rubio believes some Latinos do it out of necessity.
They do it because they need to put food on the table. I don't believe that they necessarily believe in the narrative that this president is inciting.
For whatever reason they work here, however their dream of law enforcement began, all of these men and women have taken an oath. They've pledged to follow the law. So when I was interviewing several of these agents, many of them kept asking me, why is this a story? Because again, for them, they don't see this, they don't look at this from their ethnicity, they look at this for a job. I mean, they have rules to enforce. But on the other hand, I have spoken with activists who believe that some of these agents are sellouts and they can't believe that some of these agents are doing this to their own people. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something to admire, though, that they just do think this is a really serious job. We take it seriously. We're not worried about who, your ethnicity at all. Right. And even the people that are apprehending, they say they don't care what, where they're from.
Exactly.
That's not the
and
point.
One Border Patrol agent told me that, he doesn't look at his ethnicity, but he looks at it from a father, just being a father in this situation from that standpoint. That has more of an impact on him than anything else.
It boils down to the one word that he mentioned while he was driving, the oath. Period. That's what they're taking a sworn oath.
Exactly.
So doing their job. Marissa, interesting angle.
No,
Thanks.
of course, thank you.
And we want to hear from you. If you know someone working to bring both sides together in this heated debate, share them with us on Marissa's Facebook page.
We're still